Alright, so today we're going to be installing these lovely fans that LIAN-Li has just sent over. These are of course their Bora digital fans and they look absolutely amazing. So we have a total of 6 of them already inside of our LIAN-Li PC case, of course. This is the Razer edition one that you can get in the description down below, of course. You know, all the parts of this PC will be linked down below in case you want to go pick anything up, dude. Hopefully their cables will be released pretty soon. I'll be sure to let all of you know when the new Streamer Plus RGB cables are actually available to buy. But for now, we're going to be installing a bunch more of the lovely Bora digital fans that we have over here and then up top there as well. So we got a total of 6 of them already, but it's about time we pretty much have like all matching fans in this PC build. So I've actually managed to sync up everything with Razer Synapse, thanks to one of you that actually tweeted at me and left a comment. There's a little bit of software that you can download that just allows you to sync up ASUS Aura with Razer Synapse. So that's what I did, and I'm definitely going to make a full video all about that in a couple days because it's absolutely amazing. Nevertheless, we're going to be installing these guys today into the bottom row down here, so we're going to get a total of 3 more fans at the bottom there, and yeah, it's going to be absolutely sick, dude. Finally, everything is going to be syncing up together, apart from that one NVIDIA graphics card that isn't RGB. Definitely a big problem that needs to get solved pretty soon. But once we get these fans installed, literally everything can sync up together, and that is definitely what you want. I also ended up picking up these cables from ASUS. I've bought a total of 2 of them already, and they work brilliantly. No complaints on my end. They're really cheap as well on Amazon. So these pretty much allow you to split a single 5-volt 3-pin addressable RGB LED connection into 2. So in my case, that's actually very, very beneficial. And what I'm going to be trying to do today is plug this guy in to another one of these cables. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. I have no idea if this is even possible. I'm going to be using a splitter cable into a splitter cable. Yeah, maybe a bad idea, but we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, I guess I'm going to have to buy some kind of other ARGB splitter thingy. I think ASUS might sell one, so I can maybe buy one from them. I'll look around on Amazon, so if this doesn't work, I'll let you guys know, of course. Anyway, without further ado, let's actually find out whether any of this is possible at all. As with most of my videos recently, I'm like, is this even gonna work? I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of like a cheap way to pretty much give yourself more ARGB headers on your motherboard, which so far has worked really well for me. Like, I've managed to plug in like one row of fans, another row of fans, my liquid cooler, like everything into ASUS Aura Sync basically. Like, just about everything's plugged into ASUS Aura Sync and everything works really good, even with Razer Synapse now, believe it or not, as like ASUS Aura Sync and Razer Synapse don't officially support each other like natively, but with a bit of software that some guy developed, everything works. That's the fans removed. Next up is, of course, this ARGB splitter cable that, of course, is vital for all our RGB needs. If any of you weren't sure how this cable actually works, well, it's simply like one 3-pin into 2 3-pins. It's just a simple splitter cable. But can you plug a splitter cable into another splitter cable? I don't know. Maybe. I hope so. Anyway, let's open up these lovely Bora digital fans right here in case you don't know what you get when you buy one of these. So we have our little controller right here, a 4-pin PWM fan header. Got a bunch of screws to, of course, screw the fans in. Oh yeah, I forgot, they give you a bunch of like rubber pads, you know, anti-vibration pads. So we have to manually put all those on. Now, these Bora digital fans are available in 3 different colors. They're available in silver, black, and space gray. I have a pair of silver fans in there, another pair of black fans in there, and now we also have space gray. So this is how the space gray one looks like. And if you ever buy these fans, then I would recommend them. They are pretty damn nice. They are absolutely amazing in terms of build quality. Like, the moment you unbox them and you feel them, you're like, ooh, this feels premium as hell, man. As these fans right here have a lovely aluminium or aluminum build, and it just feels so nice, man. Like, it's cool to the touch. They feel like proper high quality fans. And on top of that, the way the light actually like reflects off of the aluminum finish right here is absolutely amazing. That's like one of the main reasons I actually like these fans so much. Plus, we have 6 of them already. We may as well have 3 more and like complete the entire build and have matching fans for once. They come with 2 cables each per fan, one to of course power the actual fan itself and, you know, make it spin, and the other to of course power the RGB. But yeah, if you want to control these via Razer Synapse, you absolutely can do. So yeah, we get a little onboard controller. So if you don't want to use any kind of like motherboard syncing, like, you know, ASUS Aura or MSI Mystic Light, they do give you a separate like inline controller. The drawback to the controller, of course, is that you're gonna have to actually like reach inside of your PC to manually select like a different type of color option. But they do give you that option nevertheless. So if you kind of just want to set it to like one color or like one effect, you can do. And I think the effects that this thing actually offers is like quite in depth, so you get a ton of different lighting effects from just this tiny little controller. Alternatively, of course, you can just plug it into your motherboard's 5-volt 3-pin ARGB header, and then you can control it via software, and that's probably a much better experience, to be honest. These fans do also come with quite an assortment of different cables and stuff, but don't be too intimidated by it. Setting these guys up is actually like really freaking simple. Through a single one of these controllers, you can control up to 6 fans, which is amazing. So it kind of saves a bit of space and reduces the amount of cable management work. But yeah, 6 fans per one controller. I've plugged all of these in, so all of the fans are actually plugged in. All that's left to do now is to plug in each of the RGB cables, which I think should be pretty damn easy because you can just like daisy chain all of them. And this converts into a single 3-pin 5-volt ARGB header that I'm now going to plug into a splitter, once again, that we're going to plug into our motherboard. So all of the fans are completely wired up, 100% ready to go. The RGB and the fan blades, you know, everything's going to work once we power them on. Next thing to do, of course, is to put the anti-vibration rubber pads on here, which will kind of just like pop on like that onto each one of these on both sides. For the sake of making this like a slightly easier process on installing everything, I'm gonna unplug everything and then plug it back in once all the fans are actually installed. Now we just have to pretty much like cable manage it all. Right, gonna get all these fans connected up once again. There's so many freaking cables, man, it's easy to like get lost here. All of the fans, of course, will go into this lovely little controller that LIAN-Li provides you with. And by the way, you're gonna plug in the 4-pin PWM fan header from here, which says input. So you're gonna plug that into there and then plug that into your motherboard, of course, so that you can actually give all of the fans power. If you're wondering what the actual RPM is of these LIAN-Li Bora digital fans, they run between 900 and 1800 RPM. Right, let's plug the ARGB cable back in and then plug that into the other ARGB splitter cable right here and pray that this thing even works, because I don't know if you can plug in ARGB splitter cables into ARGB splitter cables. I don't know if that's normal. It probably isn't, and maybe don't do this. That's everything though. We have completed the upgrade. I just have to kind of like pop everything back in here and pray to God that this PC still turns on. Damn it! Okay, so these fans turned on, so did them. The LIAN-Li cables aren't on, and nor are the top fans. So I think my ARGB splitter cable idea might not have been the wisest. At least everything works, I think. Okay. It all works, man. I wonder if I can kind of tweak around and maybe get it to work, but I doubt it. I doubt plugging in ARGB splitter cables into one another over and over again is a good idea. Very sad. I'm doing a bit of troubleshooting and I think I can get this to work. Yeah, I genuinely think I can get this to work. I think something might have just gotten unplugged somewhere. Alright, done a little bit of tweaking. In theory, everything should now turn on. No. Damn it! Why won't you work? This should work, man. I don't see why not. It should be working, but... Oh, look! That's good. We did it! We fixed everything. Yes. Yes. I don't have to buy any more ARGB controllers. Everything works. Oh, gave it a shot, began troubleshooting back here, and yeah, I think something just kind of wasn't plugged in, and yeah, problem solved. No worries. Wait, there we go. Right, it's the next day and everything is absolutely a-okay with the PC. My plan with the whole ARGB splitter thingy, I thought wasn't actually going to work, but it ended up being absolutely fine. There was no problems in the end, apart from, you know, nothing working initially. But after I kind of dug inside the PC and messed around with a bunch of cables, we ended up fixing the problem. And yeah, I think something just kind of wasn't plugged in. So ended up, you know, messing around back there. Whilst the PC was turned on, which don't do that. Definitely don't do that. And now everything is all okay. And everything's RGB, apart from that one NVIDIA RTX 2060. I need an RGB card. Please, someone send me some kind of GPU that has RGB. This RTX 2060, like, it's great, don't get me wrong. Like, it is actually like a pretty capable card. Even on 1440p gaming and like video editing and everything, it handles it, you know, pretty damn well. Although, I'm sure if it had RGB, it could handle it way better, and the FPS would be even higher. But the main limitation of this card is obviously not the fact that it's an RTX 2060, it's the fact that it doesn't have RGB. That's why my FPS might not be, you know, the best, because everything else inside of here looks absolutely magnificent. At the moment, I've currently set everything to white, including all my peripherals and mice and keyboards and all that. Everything's just set to the color white, even the Razer wireless charger right there. But everything looks so freaking clean. Like, I low-key really kind of like the way the setup and the PC looks like when everything is just set to white. Like, it looks so clean, but we can of course set it to a rainbow mode if we want to. But yeah, apart from that, guys, I'm gonna probably get going because this has been a little bit of a long video. But in the next one that we're going to do about the PC is definitely going to be about the lighting effects and how you can do it yourself and everything. But yeah, apart from that, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Link in the description down below to all of the parts in the PC build as well as in the gaming setup. I'll try to leave a bunch of stuff down below there for you. By the way, I do also have an Amazon store, so if you ever wondered what kind of camera equipment I use to film these videos, what kind of gaming setup equipment I have, or even what's in the PC build, everything is linked in my Amazon store. So if you want like a nice and easy way to see like what's in my setup or what kind of PC parts I'm using or what's my camera gear, there's a link in the top of the description of like all my videos now that takes you directly to my Amazon store, and it's all categorized and everything, so it's like nicely laid out for you. Like, I added a bunch of stuff there for you guys, so yeah, if you want to go see like what mice and stuff I use, like everything's down there for you, all nicely laid out thanks to Amazon. And one final announcement before I get going, we do have a website in the works. It's called techblock.co.uk. It's gonna be an absolutely magnificent website with a brand new merch store with like the sickest designs ever, dude. We have like such a cool mug coming out. We have Champion X TechBlock, like so many cool products are gonna be on the store. So if you wanna go sign up to be notified when the store actually goes live, there's a link down below in the description, or you can go ahead and just type in techblock.co.uk and you'll find the website. You can sign up right now, just enter your email address in there and I'll send you an email when the website actually goes live. So apart from that, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you in another video soon. Goodbye.